managing the conflicts in relationships between people and group of people. All these are challenges for the managers. So which can have a major impact on the organization culture and work productively. Okay. So leaders should able to manage the conflict and create a win-win situation uh, for those parties involved. This can be done by identifying the source of conflict, where the conflict is originating, and working with both the parties to negotiate and collaborate to resolve the issues amicably to settle. Always there's a scope for win-win situations, right? Then let us look at one of the important critical competency for HR is the emotional intelligence. We say EQ. It's defined as the capacity to be aware of and control and express one's emotions. Sometimes, we bottle up so much of emotions, and we don't know how to channelize. So it's all up to you how you manage, contain your emotions, and you properly channelize and to handle interpersonal relationships. We have to deal with judiciously and empathetically. Empathy means, what is the meaning of empathy? Being empathetic.
Kind.
Yeah, not only kind is like a
Empathy is to have means feel bad for somebody.
yeah, that is more of
Like, to have concern.
that is sympathy. That's not empathy.
To have concern.
That is concern, carrying away with, oh, how sad, I'm really bothered, oh, I hope pity, and and also I cry also. That is not empathy, that's sympathy. And I'm carried away with that feelings, and it doesn't contribute anything for the other individual. Being empathetic means you look at the other person's, you get into the other person's shoes. First, you need to remove your shoe, right? So first you get in the other person's shoe and look at how the other person view the world. So beautiful, right? So you need to just, why I'm saying
understand from their point of view.
Right? Yeah. Understand from their point of view. That's a sympathy, So emotional intelligence is a skill that can be learned and is a mark of professional maturity. Many people, while explaining the empathy, they say, get into the other person's shoe. But I deliberately say, remove first your shoe and get into other person's shoe, because you have your own ego and, some kind of, why should I, you may feel now you're so important that, you only can help other person. That kind of feelings should be avoided, So that's a thing, beautifully said. Someone also sent me about this Lent. Lent is not about, you are having some superficial ability to help others, but we need to sometimes humble ourselves, to see how other persons are perceiving the world. That's the empathy. So it can also take a years to develop and lifetime to master it. Okay. So that's why, there are many programs going on in the corporate world. Even I attended a couple of workshop sponsored by HSPC in collaboration with Amidist. I got the certification for EQ recently, last month. So you can also, be more, you can look for this program, and, it's very good program to develop that kind of skills. So there is an ongoing debate as to whether the EQ is a natural or trained ability. Or is a person born with the EQ, or can it be trained? Or it's like a chicken came first, or egg came first. Always we can debate about it. Regardless, it is important leadership competency that every manager and supervisors we need to perfect at it. The emotional intelligence. Then communication skills. I think I did one workshop, webinar during the pandemic time about emotional intelligence. More than 100 people attended. I have the recorded version. I will share it with you in the group. So managing the performance. Okay. We effectively managing the employees Managers need to understand the basics of managing the performance. To do this successfully, managers need to do certain tasks, systematically. They have to write and monitor the employee goals. They have to hold the employees accountable for their job responsibility and achieving the goals. Reward employees for doing the good job done, and they have to mentor, coach, and discipline the employees, at times reprimand. Recommended one book called 1 Minute Manager. You have to give instantaneously appraisal and reprimand instantaneously on timely manner. It's very all these are necessary skills you need to develop. Then interviewing skills. I think in Markaz they have a very good patent interview guide. You have developed. I recollect while I was there. This is like past behavior predict future performance. That's a philosophy, and it's like you apply the STAR technique, digging the situation, task, action, results. So these interviewing skills are very important. Having the ability to identify the right person for the right positions helps to ensure organizations to secure the best talent for the job. And then team building. Leaders need to be able to build a strong teams that really, rally around the mission and vision of the organization. This necessity, for example, we talked about earlier doing the performance appraisals, the post distribution curve, and all other stuff that may contradict, building a team. So you need to also always balance it also, no. So the managers to have a basic team leadership skills that help them to develop the teams and minimize the team conflict between the intergroup, interdepartmental or interdivisional. So the managers need to manage all these dynamics. Okay, it's very important. Then we talk about delegation as a competency. Anyone who has ever managed the projects understand the importance of the delegation. So delegating helps to develop the employees by gradually increasing their job responsibilities and their accountabilities. You trust other person, his ability and willingness, and then you delegate. So effective delegation is the result of forethought, and it's a strategy. Okay, successful delegation is knowing the people you work with and is an innate understanding of what others can do. You are working with them in and through, so you are very sure about others competency, what they can do and what are their strengths and weaknesses, all that. So if given the chance, learning to trust and develop others to perform tasks that takes skills and the practicing, it's amazing. So however, once learned, it can be very liberating for a manager. Once you give freedom and delegate the work for others, your time also is freed up. You feel so liberating, and it allows you to perform higher level of task. Move up to the next level. Then coaching. Being a good coach is one of the most rewarding aspect of the managing others. Helping others to build on their strengths and improve the weaknesses is part of the professional development process. Coaching is a career you can develop as a profession, coaching skill. Then problem solving. Managing people and processes requires problem solving skills, very, very important. Problems could be with the employees, work processes related, or systems related, or related to product, or it can be related to your service quality also. With all this dimension, you can look at the problems. So managers must be able to identify the problems, and you have to understand the basic problem solving techniques and facilitate the process to solve the problems and resolve the issues within the work environment. Then comes to motivating. It's very, very important for everyone. Everyone is looking for recognition, the feedback. So leaders need to understand what inspires and motivates the employees. if you look at the psychometric profiling, all that you are familiar with, the psychometric instrument also will help you to analyze what motivates a person, what are the fears, what are the strengths, all that you can infer from that. So you need to look at what motivates each one. So there are many different motivation models that can be incorporated into manager strategy for motivating the employees. And it is very important to remember that we are all motivated differently. Annette get motivated in certain unique way, and Saiju different way, and me different way. Like that. We all get different motivational triggers. So the trick is to identify what motivates the employees and develop the systems and processes that supports those motivators. Then facilitations as a competency. Facilitation is provided by a person called a facilitator who leads pairs of people or groups to obtain the knowledge and information and works collaboratively and accomplishes their objectives. Facilitation is a powerful tool that is used to help individuals and the groups more effectively and efficiently that achieve their purposes. Under the leadership of the skilled facilitator, one who provides the facilitation services, meetings, team building sessions, and training classes achieve results not possible without facilitation. Some of the people you would have encountered, they might have amazing facilitation skills. They may not be good at that subject expertise. They may not be very sound in their the technical aspect, but then they are very good at bringing out the best through the facilitation skills. That's very important. Then leadership development methods. Organizations are increasingly reliant on HR department to build a leadership pipeline for managerial capabilities of leading the performance through turbulent times. In time after the post-pandemic, we had a pandemic and post-pandemic. Now we are every time we face competition, all that. So, however, there appears to be growing belief among the managers and the senior executives that leadership programs that they are attending, many programs are going on, everywhere, hot topics, but they are often insufficient to help your managers and develop their capacities to face the demands of your current role. That's also we need to acknowledge. There are many programs we are attending and going on, but how effectively it contributes for my current role. This is a question mark. So we need to dissect this leadership program in a different angle, different perspective. It can be facilitated. First one is developmental assignments. Okay, not necessarily you have to go for a workshop. Some example of this assignments could include managing a new project, or you can get into a startup operation, serving as a department representative on a you are not only in your department, but you are serving with other department as a cross-functional team. Then you are also chairing, taking the lead role in a specific task force or the committee, steering committee, and taking the leadership role, deal with the serious operational problems, developing and conducting a training program for the organizational unit, and assuming the responsibility for some administrative activities previously handled by the boss, and you are taking up the lead, doing that successfully. So research shows that diverse, challenging assignments early in one's career facilitated that career advancement. If you are getting exposed to taking in a different challenging assignments at this level, and when you move up the ladder, you'll have phenomenal success in your career advancement. Then we talk about action learning. This also, action learning solves problems and develops the leaders simultaneously. It will at one shot you get two mangoes like that. So because its simple rules force the participants think critically and work collaboratively. Action learning is particularly effective for solving the complex problems that may appear to be unsolvable. It elevates norms, the collaboration, the creativity, and the courage of the groups. So the managers meet periodically with the skilled facilitators to discuss, analyze, and learn from their experiences through action learning. Then comes the executive coaching. Having a coach provides unusual opportunity to discuss the issues and try out the ideas with someone who can understand them and provide a helpful objective feedback and suggestions. While maintaining a strict confidentiality, either it can be an internal coach or an external coach, confidentiality is there. So executive coaching is especially useful in conjunction with the techniques that provide information about developmental needs, but do not directly improve the skills. Okay, so the person who provides the coaching maybe he can be an internal or external coaches, consultant. Then we talked about earlier mentoring. Mentoring is a relationship with the experienced manager. He'll help the less experienced trainee. The mentor is usually a higher managerial level and is not a immediate supervisor. So the mentee can choose the mentor. Okay. Then multi-source feedback, formal training, all these are helpful for building the competency level. Let's move on to the quiz. Which are the following method increases challenges and opportunities for employees who stay in current job?
Job enlargement.
Nailed it. Very good. Job enlargement. So the job enlargement is a method that increases challenges and opportunities for employees who stay in the current job. So job enlargement involves expanding the scope of the employee's job by adding more tasks and responsibilities at the same level of complexity. You are adding more laterally. So this horizontal expansion makes the position more challenging without requiring a vertical move or promotion. You will be paid same common ben package will be there, great, but then your scope of work is expanding. So this is in contrast with job rotation. So you need to look at job enlargement, job enrichment. So job rotation, which is the option B, involves moving the employee through different roles, different position, like Marka's graduate development program. You move people, different department, and they get exposure. So while it provides exposure to various functions, it usually implies movement across different levels or hierarchies. Okay. Then we have option C, which is talking about job analysis. Job analysis, actually, we also had one of the question, is talking about job analysis. It's a systematic process of gathering, documenting, and analyzing the information about the job. For example, you don't have a position in your company, but now there's a need to create that position, and your boss is asking to get into the job description and grade and other stuff. Okay. How do you go approach it? First, foremost, you need to do a job analysis. Then comes job description. Then comes job evaluation. So job analysis, maybe you may have a structured question, a job information form, which you normally use it in Bubian Bank. We sent out to the line managers and supervisors to gather the information, documenting and analyzing the information about the particular job. How is the job likely to be? You just build up that job. So scope of the job. So it focuses on understanding the duties, responsibilities, and the requirements of the position, but does not inherently provide new challenges opportunities for the employees. Okay. Then we have dual career ladders. Dual ladders. Okay. Today. So I'm going to explain this dual ladders with a concrete example today. Okay. So refers to the existence of two parallel career paths. We also had one question related to this, like a Y shape. So two parallel career path within the organization. Typically, one for technical and one for functional expertise, and the other managerial and leadership roles. It moves this way, and this is this way. Y shape. So this approach allows employees to choose between the technical and managerial career paths, but may involve career progression rather than creating challenges within the current jobs. This ladder is facilitating people to move up the ladder. So in order to sum up this, the job enlargement is typically designed to enhance the current job by adding more tasks and responsibilities, providing increased challenges and opportunities for employees without necessitating the change in positions level of hierarchy. We are looking at careers have been defined as a sequence of positions held within organization. For example, a person who works in Bubian is joined as a teller, and then we give a clear roadmap of after after a couple of years, 3 years, 5 years down the line, where he will move up the ladder. We give them as a roadmap to the candidate. For example, head teller to head teller, operation officer, operation manager, assistant manager, branch managers, regional managers, AGM, DGM, GM, like that, move the complete map we'll give them. So a career has also been described as a context of mobility within that organization. Finally, a career has been described as a characteristics of the employee whose career consists of different jobs having different positions and experiences. As a result, career could be considered as a pattern of work-life experiences. Career development is a process by which employees progress through the series of stages, each characterized by different set of developmental tasks, activities, and relationships. Career development consists of two processes. One is career planning and career management. You are already seen before the career planning and career management. Career planning is as an individual level, and career management is happening. Organization needs something, so they are demanding, from the individuals. So career management is a process through which employees become aware of their own interest, their values, their strengths and weaknesses. They obtain the information about the job opportunities within the company, identify the career goals, establish action plans to achieve their career goals. Today's careers, if you look at, is based on self-direction, whereby the employee's career is driven by person rather than by the organization. The key goal in this, millennials and also Z generation, their career is to achieve a psychological success, the feeling of pride and accomplishment that comes from achieving the goals. When companies offer training and development programs, employees learn skills that can help them to advance their skills, their career, right? When they are getting more and more training opportunities, they are building up their career. So this helps the employee to make more money and gain more confidence in his ability to do the job. So companies benefit from when the employees enhance their career capabilities because what's happening, they gain very promotable employees. Their value also goes up in the market and more. So the emphasis on continuous learning has altered the direction and the frequency of movement within the career. For example, in Bubian Bank, we used to have a faster career growth. Every year we give kind of accelerated career growth for the Kuwaiti nationals. Traditionally, employees progress through linear hierarchy in the organization. Today, it is becoming more common to see career patterns across, different specializations. The most appropriate view of today's career is that they are, if you look at the careers in this in the new post-pandemic world, new startup companies have come, the organization become a boundaryless, right? There's no boundary defining the organization. So boundaryless means that individuals identify more with the job or profession than with the employer. Okay. So most employees are unlikely to stay at one company for their entire career or even for a specific portion. The career can also, in a sense that career plans and goals are influenced by personal demands and the values. Then we have career management matters. So employees usually feel more engaged when they believe that their employer is concerned about their growth and provide avenues to reach individual career goals while fulfilling the company mission. The career development path which you have, it provides employees with an ongoing mechanism to enhance their skills and the knowledge that they can lead their mastery of their current jobs. And everyone wants to be a better version of themselves. So you are helping them to leverage, this career path to maximize their potential. Promotions, transfers to a new and different positions, implementing a career paths may also have a direct impact on the entire organization by improving the morale, career satisfaction, motivation, productivity, and responsiveness in meeting the departmental and organizational objectives. Quiz. So, in order to attract and retain the talented employees, managers will need to. So, ultimately, in our goals are uh, attract, retain, and motivate the employees. So, for that, what will you do?
See,
C is the correct answer. You nailed it. And retaining the talented employees uh, in a talent management system is the job of every member of the organization, but especially managers who have the reporting staff talent. Talented people seek out opportunities to grow, and they will flock to organizations that provide ample opportunity to do so. Managers should help their external and internal talents to identify their career and development opportunities for the future. So, identifying the development opportunities for the staff, as you said, the C option C is a crucial for attracting and retaining the talented employees. Talented individuals often seek organizations that provide avenues for personal and professional growth. Many people, when you do the exit interview, they may say, here, this company, I don't have any career development, Makafeda, I just don't see any growth in this company, so I'm moving out. Like that, you may get a feedback. So managers play a key role in this, recognizing the potential in their team members, understanding their career aspirations, what they like to do in their career. Everyone is having aspirations and actively working on to create opportunities for the skill development and advancement is the key. So here in the option A, create a new position to engage the people they manage. Yeah, this is also a good option only. Why you didn't opt for this? Create a new positions to engage the people they manage. Yeah. So while creating a new position, it is useful, beneficial in certain situations. We don't disagree. But it may not be sustainable or practical solution for every organization. Am I right? Creating a new,
so
maybe,
development is
yeah,
better than creating new positions just to
yeah,
engage them, right?
correct. You may not have budget for this, So additionally, talented employees are often motivated by more than just, the talented employees are motivated by not more than just new positions, right? So they seek opportunities for skill development and career progression in a expanded, no, you cannot define by the boundaries, with the new positions. It may not suit them also. Okay. So then there's another option, work closely with the internal recruitment team This also good, sounds good, because internal recruitment team is important for attracting the talent. It focuses more on hiring process. So retaining talent involves ongoing development and engagement, which is more directly addressed by the managers. Okay. And then we have another option, delegate development opportunities to HR. So, but HR also playing a vital role in talent development. Managers should not entirely delegate the responsibility to HR. HR, cannot bear the burden. So, successful talent development involves a collaborative effort between the managers and the HR, and both has to go hand in hand. Work collaboratively. So, the managers actively involved in recognizing and nurturing the potential of their team members in collaboration with HR. So this actually gives a lot of insight. This question and answer emphasizes the proactive role that managers should play in identifying and fostering the development opportunities for their staff, uh, aligning with the goal of attracting, retaining, and motivating the talented staff. Work closely with the what identifying the development opportunity for their staff. This is right way, that will actually uh, help the managers to identify, foster the development opportunities for their staff on an ongoing basis. So that will result in attraction, retaining, and motivating. So here we are looking at the talent management wheel. So when nowadays the talent management popular, gaining more popularity, and the talent management involves all the HR functions, right? Performance management. It also involves retention, compensation rewards, talent review, recruitment selection, and also development and training, learning and development. So talent management is used broadly, recognizing that there's a considerable debate within the companies about talent and who should be managed. Okay, so in this figure, if you look at the talent management wheel among the companies, uh, whatever we have studied, there were two distinct views on how to best evaluate and manage the talent. There are two schools of thought. Okay, one group assumed that some employees had more value or potential than others. One school of thought is thinking that in the company, there are some people are having more potential and value for the company. Whereas other school of thought, as a result, what's happening, companies should focus on lion's share of corporate attention and resources on this people only, talent pool, what you consider. This is their one school of thought. Another school of thought is thinking that everyone should be inclusive view, because everyone is contributing. How can you segregate favoring one person and ignoring others? Okay, so believing that too much emphasis on the top players could damage the morale and hurt opportunities to achieve the broader gains. So this you need to be aware of. There are two schools of thoughts. Okay, and so here we are looking at the guiding principles are aligning with the strategy. Let us focus on each in the wheel, the fulcrum. The wheel will discuss one by one. Alignment with the strategy. What we mean here, corporate strategy, what we looked at, at the top, it's a starting point for thinking about the talent management. It all starts from the corporate strategy. Then we talk about internal consistency. Implementing the practices in isolation will not work. So it can actually be counterproductive. Everyone is pulling in a different direction, not be good. So the principle of internal consistency refers to the way the company talent management practices fit with each other. How you connect the dots. So the study, the research, they found consistency is very crucial. Okay. Then we look at cultural embeddedness. Is very, very key. They put it down, the foundation. cultural embeddedness. Many successful companies consider their corporate culture as a source of sustainable competitive advantage. They make deliberate efforts to integrate their stated core values and the business principles into talent management processes, such as hiring methodologies, leadership development activities, performance management systems, compensation benefits program. All this, they take care. It will be actually they are taking deliberate efforts to integrate their stated core values and the business principles into all that what they're doing, talent management, compensation, performance management, and training and development. Then we talk about management involvement. Successful companies know what the talent management process needs to have broad ownership, not just by HR alone owning it, but by managers at all levels, including the CEO. Senior leaders need to actively involve in the talent management process, and they have to make a recruitment, succession planning. They should get involved, or you can also keep them in the loop while getting the, I think you do, while getting the approval, all that. So their involvement is the key. In leadership development, retention of the key employees, is all top priorities. So they must be willing to devote a significant amount of their time to all these activities. Then balance the global and the local needs. So for organizations operating in multiple countries, cultures, and institutional environments, talent management is a bit complicated. Companies need to figure out how to respond to local demands while maintaining a coherent HR strategy and management approach. You have global company, but how are you going to connect all the entities which are in different geographical locations? So you need to have a strategy being sensitive to the local demands. Among the companies we studied, there was no single strategy prevailing among the global companies. Okay, then employer branding through differentiation. Employer branding through differentiation. Attracting talent means marketing the corporation to people who will fulfill their talent requirements in order to attract the employees with the right skills and attitudes. So companies need to find ways to differentiate themselves from their competitors. So, you have just seen all this principles we looked at, but you may wonder how it's been applied in a realistic case studies. You like to know more about it. So I like to relate with specific case studies. For example, take a company profile. Take a company of ITS. Company ITS, they are actually build, operate, and transfer BOT model. So this is a global technology firm with a diverse workforce. What their challenge is, the company faced a challenge in talent management as it implemented various practices without ensuring the internal consistency is lacking. What could be the solution? This ITS conducted a comprehensive review in its talent management practices. It aligned the recruitment, performance management, and leadership development to create a cohesive and internal consistent system they created. So this resulted in improving the employee engagement, as the employee could see the logical progression of their career paths within the company. So that's how they achieved this kind of consistency within this ITS. That's it. 500. This pharmaceutical company is a multinational pharmaceutical company which has strong emphasis on corporate culture. Okay, what the challenge is having in the Closid, the company wanted to leverage its corporate culture as a source of sustainable competitive advantage. Okay, this is a challenge they have. They want to leverage the corporate culture as a source of sustainable competitive advantage. What will be the solution? The company integrated its core values into the talent management process, from hiring to performance evaluation. So this Closid Pharmaceuticals emphasized alignment with the cultural principles. Okay, so this approach not only strengthened the company's unique identity, but also contributed to higher employee satisfaction and retention. Okay, that's how they made it. Then there's another example I can say, management involvement. Management involvement, I said, is a very key. So management involvement and effective talent management. Let's look at another retail, for example, Centerpoint retail company based in UAE, and they are present in Kuwait as well, right? So it's a global retail chain. The challenge, the Centerpoint retail faced talent management challenges as the process was primarily driven by the HR without sufficient involvement from the top level management. So this is a problem, this HR is driving on its own, standalone. What will be a solution? The company restructured its talent management approach by actively involving the senior leaders, because this company is a family-based company. So the CEO and other executives became actively engaged in the recruitment, succession planning, and leadership development. This not only increased the effectiveness of the talent management, but also sent a strong message about its importance within the organization. That's how they made it. Then, for example, balance the global and the local needs in talent development. So let's look at Aarti, where she works, Central Control Group, a multinational Siemens, a multinational manufacturing conglomerate based in Saban. The challenge is they operated in diverse global markets, each with unique cultural and institutional environment, creating a challenges in talent management. Consistency was a problem. Consistency, okay? So solution, this manufacturing adopted a flexible approach, following a subsidiaries in a different regions to tailor the talent management practices to the local needs, not insisting like an ethnocentric approach, but giving the flexibility to operate on their own, the kind of a little bit of decentralization. So while maintaining a coherent global strategy, the company recognized the importance of adapting to local context, ensuring balance between the global consistency and the local relevance. Both has to be balanced. Then I'll give you another example: employer branding through differentiation. Let us take one technology solution company, a fast growing, for example, STC technology. This solution needed to attract top talent in a competitive telecommunication industry. Like this is their challenge. Okay, the solution could be this company focused on employer branding through differentiation. It highlighted its unique work culture, innovative projects, and employee-centric policies in recruitment campaigns. They projected their company as a innovative projects and employee-centric policies in recruitment campaigns. So this approach not only attracted the skilled professionals, but also positions the STC, as an employer of choice in the tech industry. The best way to define high potential, hypo employees is actually this question also came in the quiz, and BB asked one question related to this. I remember. She asked why. Yeah. What's the answer?
See?
Employee performance. Yeah, actually, you also answered that last time. Same.
Same.
You got to come. Your mindset is
I
fixed.
think B.
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 Then BB asked, why can't it be, C? So conducting employee assessments, is the right answer. So now I'm going to give an explanation. So employee assessments involves systematic evaluation of individuals' skills. You have to understand what is assessment means. It involves assessing the competencies and potential is very important. So identifying the high potential, hypo employees is best achieved through comprehensive assessment process that considers both. As I think I remember, I gave instantaneously extempo. I gave the answer, but that was right only. We need to balance the performance and the potential, not only performance. Okay, so you need to look at the potential and the performance. So let us look at why other options are not right. Let's look at this. For example, aligning the challenge assignments. Assigning the challenging assignments. Okay, challenging assignments. Why challenging assignments can be very good, for to identify the potential. You can also experiment with giving the challenging assignments to the people, whether they can deliver the results. You can see the potential. It's a very good way, good way of measuring the potential. But it's not a standalone method for defining high potential employees. High potential individuals often exhibit qualities beyond just performance in a challenging task. They have high caliber. They can go beyond this defined the performance. Okay, let's look at the C, as Anand says, evaluating the employee performance. The option C is important, but they focus on current job performance rather than necessarily indicating future potential for the more senior roles. So high potential identification requires a forward-looking assessment. That's what missing, lacking here. Okay. Then identifying the strategic options. Identifying the strategic option is a valuable aspect for talent management, because you are looking at the long-term futuristic, but it doesn't directly define the high potential employees. Strategic positions alone may not capture the specific competencies and attributes that marks the individuals as a high potential. So we go with the option. So you may ask, why this is more effective. We opted for conducting employee assessments because comprehensive evaluation assessment allow for a holistic evaluation of the employee skills, behaviors, and potential to take more senior and challenging roles. Okay, number one. Number two, it identifies competencies. Employee assessments help identify the key competencies required for success in the leadership and critical positions. Okay, then objective measurement. Assessments provide, whatever you can measure, you can manage. So it quantifies. Assessments provide a more objective and standardized way to measure potential, reducing the biases and subjectivity in the identification process. Then a fourth one, it's a future oriented. Okay, while performance evaluations are retrospective, whatever happened in the past, and you are trying to evaluate, but assessments can be designed to assess the employee's potential and readiness for the future roles. That's amazing factor. Then finally, development planning. Assessments provide insights into areas where the employees may need development, training need assessments, and prepare them for the future challenges and the responsibilities. So in order to conclude this question and answer, the quiz has given us a lot of insights. Conducting employee assessments is a robust method for defining high potential employees, as it allows for the companies to systematically evaluate the individuals based on their current performance, competencies, and potential for future success in more senior and challenging roles.